Hey there guys, today we're going to be looking to do another Zero to Hero, as you probably guessed. This time as the fighter again, which we started this wipe as, so we're already level 15, so we've got our full perks. Let's go and take a look at what we're going to be using. So right now, as we're coming in with basically nothing, we're going to be going in with Swift, Defense Mastery, Projectile Resistance, and I was trying Adrenaline Spike. I think there's better perks than this, but I just want to try this out a bit more after it got like buffed a little while ago. And of course, for our skills, we're going to be going with Sprint and Second Wind. Ideally, we're probably going to be looking into getting a better weapon and then going with a Slayer setup, but we'll see what we can do when we get access to it. Okay, hey there guys, we're into our first Highroller, just going straight into Highroller nowadays. So, thank you all for the... Ooh, actually a decent helmet from the first thing we found. Thank you all for all the comments about whether you'd like to see streaming or not. I think I will try to do a test stream soon. It'll probably just be a relatively short stream, just randomly to make sure everything's set up. I think the options are either stream on just YouTube or YouTube and Twitch, because it looks like quite a few people would enjoy the VODs, so I'm probably going to be... Oh wow, damn, that's armor rating as well. That's already... Our PDR is already going to be pretty decent with just these. Yeah, 20% is like actually good, seeing as we basically have nothing on. Decent Felling X there. Yeah, it looks like quite a few people would appreciate the VODs, so on YouTube, so we're going to be definitely streaming to YouTube. But anyway, I'll try and set that up on the random days. Hopefully then we can do more Barbarian. Either the Barbarian will probably be finished on the stream, or maybe because we've done all of this on video so far, we'll finish it as videos. That also would make sense. However, I always try to finish it in one video, but then we just seem to live too much. Which is not a problem I thought we'd be having, honestly. When I first started doing these a little while ago. Right, longsword, fun to use. Would ideally... Well, would really love to get a ranged weapon. We're probably going to be trying to... Okay, fine, let's throw this. Ideally, we would love to get a ranged weapon. We can maybe greed out 2 hits, but... Let's try and... make sure he hits his teammate. Okay, just about dodged those. Nice. Okay, of course. I was aware of that trap. I saw it, but I was trying to dodge it. Apparently not well enough. There's a health shrine back here. Is this an elite goblin mage? This is an elite goblin mage. Let's try and make sure we don't let him get too many free hits on us. Although, granted, it actually doesn't really matter too much, because we do have the health shrine there, as long as he doesn't straight kill us, which, thank God. So one thing to note about that debuff is, as you could maybe notice, it slows you down, but it also prevents you from healing. So if you try and second wind or anything, which you're doing that, you will not get any health, and it's a bit of a waste. Well, it's not a bit of a waste, it's a complete waste until the debuff wears off. I'm not sure about health shrines, but I imagine it would also probably block the entire healing from health shrine if you do it a bit too fast. Maybe someone in the comments has actually experienced that before. And if they can let us know. We should do a bit of testing. So, honestly, we already have some pretty good pieces. Definitely would like a crossbow. Honestly, probably should have equipped the, Oh, we could go and kill the centipede. Shall we? Yeah, I guess let's go and kill the centipede. We kind of have the zone. Let's aggro him and bring him up here, so hopefully we can run him through the spike trap and get him to take a little bit more damage from that, so we don't... Not quite having to spend as much time. Oh, he's doing the runaway one. At least when he does the runaway attack onto the spike trap, he's going to be taking damage from that. God damn, I missed it like every hit. The only thing is with the default arming sword, I think the arming sword is a pretty good weapon. It's just, as with most weapons, you know, once it's grey, its damage is just a bit too low for it to really feel that effective. But it has quite a nice attack pattern. It's just, I think people tend to, you know, use the falchion pretty much all the time. There's a few other weapons that get used, but for one-handers, there's honestly a decent amount of options. I would actually say as well now, the new Warhammer is a very good option for Slayer Fighter. Because it attacks so fast, that flat extra 5 damage you get from Slayer actually adds up like really fast. Plus, of course, you're doing like all physical damage, so the armor penetration from it, pretty good for getting through people who have a bit of PDR. Walks into the bloody thing, unfortunately. We got double rings, physical power, knowledge, action speed, will. Nothing too amazing, to be honest, but 2 rings will definitely take it, I guess. Let's just be careful, try not to take any more trap damage. Pretty good start. Would definitely like to find a better weapon. Ideally a one-hander. Okay, really good gloves as well. Wow, this is a very good start to Fighter. But yeah, thank you guys, as I said, for the feedback about streaming. I'd really love to stream. It would be so awesome. I realize now that basically what I do is I kind of just stream but don't have any live interaction with the chat right now, right? These videos are very long, pretty much unedited except from a few things here and there. So it would just be better being able to communicate with chat and answer questions in chat as well. That would be amazing, so definitely we'll look into that, as I say. Right, what's that over there? I think that might be another fighter. There was one fighter who was looking... Well, he was wearing like full plate, so it's a bit hard to tell. I didn't get to inspect him, so I'm not sure like exactly how geared that guy was. But when they're in full plate, people always look relatively geared, even if it's, you know, full whites. So it's a bit hard to say. But in a fighter-on-fighter fight, it's going to be just a pure battle of skill. And, well, if you're down to take those skillful fights, assuming we're, you know, relatively equally geared, it's fine to take those fights, but it's not smart to take those fights, you know? Ideally, you're only going to take fights that you have advantages in. Not necessarily gear, but say if someone's already fighting mobs, they're preoccupied, say you have a ranged weapon and they don't, you'll get some poke hits off. Okay, well that's actually not the fighter that I was looking at. Anyway, that's a ranger who just died? To what? Did you die to a dot? Did he die to a goblin dot? Oh, no, he died to this elite bowler slinger, or nightmare bowler slinger. Okay, let's be careful, make sure not to die to this guy as well. Ooh, I thought there he was going to get hit off. Honestly, did not think that guy would take that many hits, seeing as he has like 3 arrows in his face. Let's take a quick peek at this guy's gear, see if he's got anything for us. We'll definitely take whatever money he's got for us. Actually, some pretty decent... Ooh, 3 bandages as well. A necklace, movement speed, armor pen. I can hear someone moving in the background. Right, blue portal there. There's definitely someone in here somewhere. However, they can't be right next to us because these mobs are still alive. Now, I'm pretty sure the smart decision here is to just extract and make sure we're full up on meds. And hopefully buy a better weapon from the trader. So I think that's what we're going to be doing. Sometimes the best thing in Dark and Darker, even if you could kill someone, it's not the smartest thing to do, right? It depends how you want to play. Obviously, it's your personal play style, but... Pretty decent AP, killed quite a bit of stuff, got a bit of treasure. Now, the main reason I don't really want to fight too much there is Grey Weapon. While we do have some pretty good weapons, or sorry, pretty good armor pieces and jewelry pieces, especially jewelry. We've got 3 jewelry pieces, which is crazy. Having just a default weapon is like, it's so bad. You know, your weapon is probably your most important piece of gear, except from in very like niche situations. But anyway, let's take a look how much gold we've got from these sellables. That's 85 raw gold. Well, we had a little bit extra as well. We also got quite a few candy canes from that run, 13. So people did want to see some trading. So what we're probably going to do is go and buy a better weapon from a player. Right, so this is all the gold we got from our sellables and everything that we had. Right, so we actually did get some extra gold here, but what we've done is we've put aside 150 gold. 150 gold is pretty easy to get out on an extract. Granted, this is probably higher than average luck. You're probably not going to get geared this good from like one run generally. We've got some pretty solid stuff. Obviously, 2 of our most important armor pieces are really lackluster, but what we're going to do is we're going to stash all the other spare gold that we got and not worry about that and see what we can get ourselves for this 150 gold. Okay, so we got this Warhammer for 100 gold. Pretty good. This is 4 max health, 1 weapon damage, blue warhammer. So what we're actually going to be doing now is just buying a crossbow. We're probably not going to be able to afford one from trade, so we're just going to be buying one from the woodsman. We will go up to 28 gold for the white crossbow, as we already found some bolts, so we don't need to worry too much about bolts. Now, this does not leave us with much gold at all, so what we are going to buy is just 1 potion of healing, and then we're going to head in with our current inventory setup. The only thing is, of course, I did say that we were planning on running a Slayer setup. However, now that we've got 2 pretty decent plate pieces, yeah, we're going to switch up the idea and just not go Slayer for now. Maybe we will, depending on what we find, but yeah. For now, let's just get into it, and hopefully we can get some better pieces for the slots that we really need. Okay, hey guys, we're into our more geared Goblin Caves run. Wow, that's all I've got to find in the first one. I did actually bring in 1 extra gold just in that coin purse, but it's fine. So ideally I was looking for either an arming sword or a falchion, just because those are more comfortable for me with the traditional, like, weapon and shield fighter. However, I'm definitely down to try the Warmaul. It's also new as well, so it would be interesting to see how good it is on fighter. It felt pretty nice on cleric. Pretty good DPS output by the feel of it. I do think this is probably a better weapon more so for Slayer than for standard fighter, as I mentioned previously. However, that doesn't make it a bad traditional fighter weapon at all. Hopefully we can see. It's already feeling pretty good for taking out these mobs. Remember, these are elites. It looks like the economy is a bit unusual as well. I have not traded in a while on this game, so it was kind of interesting to go and see how it was doing. Looks like there's a lot of pretty good weapons available for, like, relative cheap. But people don't seem to sell, like, lower to mid-tier things anywhere near as much as they used to. So there's a 4-plate guy in here by the sound of it. Let's go take a peek. Hit him with a crossbow shot. Good shot. Okay, yeah. After hitting that crossbow shot, I was pretty confident that we were probably just going to be able to stat check, because they had already used their second wind before we even really got in. Let's take a quick look. Those are actually pretty good. Oh, those are actually not bad as well. Let's take those. Crossbow is worse than ours. Also a worse weapon, so that's probably the big deal maker there. We'll take those as well. We'll also pick our bolts up. Oh, get some more bolts as well. Now, what we want to do is probably campfire, just to make sure that we have our second wind back for when we need it. I don't normally like wearing plate boots, as I say. They are good. It's just I don't like how much they slow you down. Let's have a quick look at our PDR, though. 25%. Honestly, that's lower than I... Oh, it's because we don't have a shield out, right. As soon as we whip our shield out, I'm assuming we'll go to around 40%, maybe? Just because this has armor rating and PDR on it flat. Like, this is a pretty insane shield, I'm not going to lie. For a blue, that's a huge amount of PDR. The only thing is, wearing this, we're going to be quite slow. We have negative magic resistance on a few of our pieces. If we find a magic damage dealer, we're probably going to get shredded. Let's take a quick look at our PDR now. 37.1%, so a little bit lower than the 40 that I guessed, but 40% is a pretty solid amount of PDR. This oil lantern that I threw here might not have been the wisest decision. I thought they were going to commit. You can try and read players' movements, however, sometimes you'll just be wrong. I thought... What are you doing there? Okay, well, I'm just gonna, like, not fight. Okay, damn, that guy actually lived for longer than I thought he would. Kinda tanky. Oh, this boy is geared. That is not a low gear gamer. That's a pretty solid ring. Let's definitely equip that. Plate pants as well. You know what? Let's equip those. I don't normally like equipping stuff like that. Again, we're just going to be so slow now. But we do still have ranged options, of course, the crossbow. Well, let's campfire again, I guess, and see how this goes for us. Now let's check our PDR with our shield out real quick before we sit down. A bit of a panic there. I was trying to greed the second wind because I didn't think we'd need it, and then it got a bit close, and I was like, okay, I'm going to pop that. Well, I forgot to check the PDR, but decent fight. That guy, yeah, you guys, you can't pop your second wind like that. Like, it's obvious when you see someone do it, right? I'm right next to a door. I'm also faster than him because he's wearing such heavy armor. I'm just going to run away and shut the door. Complete waste of his second wind. That was the advantage that we needed to make sure that basically that guy had to outgear us significantly to actually beat us there, but he did not, so unfortunately for him, he is gone. Right, PDR check, 43%. Pretty damn solid now. So yeah, now, as I keep saying, the main threats really are pretty much just going to be the magic damage classes. We're going to be... Well, a cleric is kind of a magic damage class, however, not the more traditional one. Let's see if we can try and snipe him with a crossbow at all. In fact, I was going to try and push around and open the door and maybe get some hit that maybe we shouldn't get off on him, but we're so loud with our plate boots, I guess we can actually take them off for now, and that'll make us a little bit more quiet. In fact, quite a lot. Quite a lot quieter. And then whenever we see him, whenever we think we're going to engage in combat, we'll just equip the... Yes, you want to be friendly, I get it, but I don't, I'm sorry. That's his smite, you hear that? So he's going to do extra magic damage, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wait it out. And now that it's nearly gone, I'm going to get up in his face. Okay. Right, fine. Let's not waste our second... Well, let's just use our second wind. All this time is good for us. Okay, let's kite this out. Yeah, mistake. Can't pull out the book like that, guys. He's too close. I do feel a bit bad. Oh, wow, this guy had pretty good gear as well. Some of these pieces, anyway. Lots and lots of parts, alright. Let me check. Does this person have a campfire? They do. Okay, perfect. Just get rid of that for now. We're going to campfire and get our second wind back. It looks like there is someone within range of VoIP again, somewhere. So, yeah, can hear that? That means this is a bit risky, but we're going to try and commit to it. It sounds like they're actually behind us. Ideally, we want to get a second wind back before we engage in another fight. Perfect. Looks like we're going to be okay. Now, let's take a look at this loot. Just a huge amount of gold, but... Grab some good pieces, grab some bandages. Blue longsword. Wow, that's a really nice longsword. So make sure we reload our crossbow. Now, there is a dead player there as well. Where are these steps that I'm hearing? I'm not 100% sure. I think they must be below us. Oh, wow, okay. We're equipping that purple plate armor. Dark plate armor. Dexterity. We are now disgustingly slow. But 56% PDR. Wow, this has been a crazy run. This is some of the best fighter gear I've ever had. Like, we're definitely looking for a cloak now to fill out our slots, and then we are sitting relatively pretty. We definitely want better plate legs as well, though, because these are actually terrible. I'm down to fight this guy if they want to fight, but I have a feeling they're probably... It's probably not going to happen due to him being on the other floor, or them being on the other floor. Let's just wait for that so we're not taking any stupid damage. Oh, wait. A goblin... I just heard a goblin attack. Oh, they actually came up. It's unfortunate that I opened that door up. Or that portal, because they could potentially probably escape through that. Bad shot. We're not really too worried about getting hit. Taking a little bit of damage. Ooh, close. In fact, you know what? I feel bad. I'm not going to camp him. Let's just get out of here. Good luck to him. Maybe they'll live. Took way too much damage from that cleric. Really, probably should have just played it a bit more aggressively and been okay. But anyway, probably didn't loot the most efficiently there. But let's take a look at our spores and see what we've got. So some of these pieces we picked up actually aren't that good. Like these purple adventurer boots. 3 dexterity is decent, but every other stat here is not very good at all. Magic damage reduction can be okay sometimes, but yeah. So all those are just going to be vended. Pretty decent amount of money for that. Aside from that, let's head over to collector and vendor whatever little sellables we have. So our inventory's already full of gold. Aside from that, we've mostly just upgraded pieces of our actual gear and picked up a bunch of extra jewelry, which will probably just go in the jewelry bloody pile. This is a really nice cleric ring, but it's not that good for us because we can't actually utilize the magical damage at all. So to actually utilize additional magical damage, you actually need something which already deals magic damage. You can't just hit with like a normal purely physical weapon and do magical damage through these kind of modifiers. It has to be like a crystal sword or a spell or something like that. Or smite with a cleric, temporary damage add. In fact, well, this is a pendant we just found in there somewhere. I think we might actually bring that out instead of our current one. Although actually, no, probably not, because I actually do like having this this higher tier of magic resistance. Actually, to be honest, there's really not much of a difference between these at all. So I think actually we will just keep what we had on. And then this will ring. Now, I guess now we'll look for some legs and maybe a cloak and maybe a better crossbow. We have a pretty good amount of gold to spend. This isn't everything we've got. I did stash some away, so I'm not sure exactly how much we've got, but we could also sell these things such as like the gingerbread cookies and things that we've picked up. Apparently these are worth a huge amount, people have been saying in the comments, so let's go take a look. I'm going to be buying these legs for 150 gold. While they're not amazing, they will actually make us quite considerably faster, and we don't really lose too many stats. We actually gain some action speed and stuff, so I think that's going to be a pretty good option for us. That leaves us with another 135 gold for a cloak, which we're probably not going to get for that price, but we'll take a look. Okay, hey there guys, we're into a Highroller Crypts solo. I'm pretty sure this is a full lobby, but the only player I saw was a very geared rogue. He was in like 4 purples. So rogue's a decent matchup for fighter, but the thing is that what they'll do is they won't fight you one-on-one, right? What they'll do is they'll just wait until you're in a bad position or you're caught or something else is applying pressure to you, and then they'll just kind of like poke you and annoy you. They're not going to straight up fight you in a 1v1. Any good rogue, anyway. So, you can see how slow we are now. Like, we are even faster than the previous run by a little bit, and we are still just so slow. We need to go into... You know what? I haven't played fighter in so long, we can actually just crossbow this pot. I think it takes 2 shots. Yep, 2 shots, perfect. I had a look at cloaks, but we could have maybe gotten one for the, like, 100 and something gold we had, but it would have been a pretty terrible cloak that basically wouldn't have given us anything except from a tiny bit of armor rating, which is just not worth getting, in my opinion. I was just looking for the bolts, couldn't see them. Oh, wow, okay. Perfect golden chalice is huge AP and money if we make it out. I always forget what the lever is. This is my low map knowledge of crypts coming into play. I'm not actually sure how you get into there, to be honest, but we can just go a different way, it's okay. I think this room has loads of mummies. This might take us a while to clear. I think they actually might... Yeah, look, there's a player in here. What is that? Looks like a cleric. Not sure if we even hit him or not. It's looking like we didn't, seeing as they just didn't even react. That definitely hit. Hit him with that one as well. I feel a bit bad for that one. This guy's probably in base kit. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I guess he was in base kit and he just got lucky with the jewelry that he found. Let's take a quick look. Is any of this any good for us? No, not really. They're pretty good cleric rings, actually, but not fighter rings. Yeah, okay, so our bolt went just a bit too low, bit between his legs. It's okay. Well, he cleared that room out for us, at least. Thank you for that. I'm sorry, Chaotic Heel. Probably just used his Holy Purification and cleared the room pretty quickly. Oh, God. Another spider pot, unfortunately, slows you down so much in Highroller having to deal with all of these things. Ouch. I really wish they would at least make, like, the spider pots die from, like, one shot or something instead. Or even is it in here? Oh, is it not even... Okay, it's just 3 loose spiders. Perfect, alright. I'm actually curious if you can use these res shrines as, like, a in-solo. Probably shouldn't have used the blue potion there, should have just used the grey one, but I wanted to clear the, like, inventory spot. So we have something, another place to store throwables and things like that. Sure, take a few more bolts. Like, so right now, we are really slow, of course, but we do have the crossbow, we do have 4 Franciscas, we do have an explosive bottle. This is probably the very geared rogue, but we're going to take a look. You see that? He went in stealth. So does that mean? That means we're going to blue pot? I actually don't think this is the very geared rogue. No, this is just some other random rogue. Hit him with that crossbow bolt. Okay, nice. Dropped that guy pretty fast. I'm going to assume this guy was relatively low gear. Yeah, Brundle Dagger. Blue heavy boots. You know what, those actually aren't that bad, but I don't think we'll be taking those. Let's campfire. Okay, no, we don't need to campfire. We'll take his campfire, but we didn't actually use our... You know what? Let's drop some of these boots. Let's just drop one of these boots for now, I guess. Would have been nice to get a better crossbow as well. Oh, that's actually... Is that new? I haven't seen that before. Interesting. I just thought it was the what's it called? The like Royal Gambeson or whatever, but it actually has like the same model, but it looks different in the inventory, and it looks like it has like the same stats as well. No, it doesn't slow you quite as much. I believe the Gambeson is minus 17 penalty, and that was minus 15. But yeah, even fighting rogues, as you can see, like, you do have a... I mean, that guy could have just continued running as well, but you are still a threat to them as long as you're decent with the crossbow, and I'm definitely not the best player with the crossbow at all. I missed plenty of shots, so I haven't played... someone's been through here, as you can tell. Okay, it's probably that guy who died there. I'm like a fighter. Definitely not the best with the crossbow, as I'm saying anyway. I have played primarily melee classes and wizard in this game, so not the best at knowing the projectile speeds and how much I'm have to leave my targets and the drop and stuff, but let's take a peek in this guy's inventory, see what he's got. We do need to be a bit careful, but we'll try and listen out to see if we can hear anything. Oh, there's a pretty good riveted gloves, but no, ours are just too good. There's a pretty good heavy... Oh, wow, those would actually be insane heavy leather legs. We'll be slow as hell, but... 57% PDR. I thought I heard someone, like, snooping to our side. Not sure what that was. I don't really like dealing with this room. A bit too open for my liking, although, of course... Alright, someone else dead here. Well, that was a cleric, is that? Oh, that's a fighter, right? It's just a fighter with a falchion. Some trash in his inventory. That's honestly probably most people dead. It's quite a lot of death already in this run. I hear the Wraith in this room. Someone's been through here, destroyed these, dropped some items. Let's grab the Shrine of Speed. Now, this thing got nerfed, so I think it's only 10 movement speed now, but 10 movement speed still you know, it's not nothing, right? We could kill the Wraith in that room, but honestly, it would take so long as a solo. I think what we'll probably do is just look to extract. We have a decent amount of gear on us already, and also just ARP things, quite a lot of money. But I guess for now we might as well grab whatever else we can before... Oh, well, never mind. One thing to note... Oh, okay, what's that? Barbarian, is that? I hit the railing below him. Unfortunate. I'm not sure what that is. It might be a fighter, it might be a barbarian. I think they're using a battle axe, so it's probably a barbarian. And a barbarian wearing a chest makes me think that they... And that's pretty good. I mean, I guess we just drop, like, whatever random thing and grab it. Can't see this guy at the moment. And I'm down. Let's go take a peek. Okay, looks like they went through that door. I assume that's why that insect is like stuck in the corner. They're probably just going to take the blue extract in here. Let's kill this insect before we push in, so we couldn't potentially die to this thing if we end up having to retreat. However, okay. Or I can miss my crossbow shot and get hit by it. Excellent display right here. And that takes like 2 crossbow shots to kill this thing. Right. Sure. Got the crossbow bolt. Let's pop one more pot. This guy's probably long gone by now. I can't imagine he's still in this room. Although we will go take a peek. Let's check if this extract down here is taken. And... yeah, it is. These torches would be, like, turned on and very bright blue if it wasn't taken, so... that guy probably just extracted from there. Currently in the bottom left, you can see, again, no VoIP icon on my, like, character portrait, so no one within range of us. That's a stationary down portal now. Red portal goes down to hell. Could take that if we don't end up finding another blue portal, but I feel pretty confident that we'll find another one. Gotta be careful in this bit because there's plenty of traps all over the place. Probably want to walk with your torch out if you're not under any threat. Or apparently it doesn't matter if you're like me and just don't really pay enough attention. Let's pop some meds. We have plenty of meds. And we have plenty of, like, different stacks of meds, which is really, like, inefficient on your inventory space. Oh wait, we actually have, like, no health potions left. Because we have no health potions left, I think what we want to do is just extract our inventory. Okay, someone... VoIP icon appeared. I hope they change this, because honestly it kind of feels like cheating. Or is it a smart use of game mechanics? Perfect. Well, I guess... I guess we could look to fight whoever the last guy is. Things it could just be a rogue like ratting it somewhere. It could be that very geared rogue that I saw. Okay, yeah, they just probably took a portal somewhere because the VoIP icon disappeared. Anyway, perfect opportunity for us to get out of here with all this money. 186 gold from our... oh, no. 199 gold from our sellables. Plus 80 gold from a few other sellables we had. These rings will just go in the jewelry pile for now. Before we buy anything, before we spend any gold, let's just go and make sure we've got enough potions to actually, like, survive another run. So we'll buy 6. As soon as we're probably going to be trading with players, what we're going to do is stash all of our gold into, or put all of our gold into coin purses. I didn't pay full attention, but I think we only had about 300 gold from all of those things left after the meds, and that's including the 100 gold from the previous run as well, which I had left over. So let's go take a look. We probably can't get anything too good for cloak-wise for 300 gold, but we'll see. Okay, we're going to be buying this Adventurer Cloak, which is pretty decent, to be honest. For 250, not amazing, but 2 agility, 1 physical power, 1 true physical damage, a little bit of magical damage reduction, and of course 9 armor rating. We even have 35 gold left over, but let's just... Having all these different types of bandages kind of sucks. It's really, like, space inefficient on the inventory, but it's okay. Alright, let's go ahead. We'll probably do one more run and then have to end the video, but we'll see how that goes. It's actually a Ruins run now, which, I really don't like Ruins with this loadout. We're going to get kited infinitely by a, wizard. Okay, hey guys, we're into a Ruins run. I really don't like bringing out this kit on Ruins, because wizards will have just a field day with us, just kiting us infinitely. Now, while we do have Dark Plate Armor, which is one of the plate armors which... You know what, we'll take that. Actually, no, we'll just drop it. It has quite a bit of magic resistance. We have 45 magic resistance, so our percentage damage reduction is 19%. We're not in the negatives, basically, is what I'm trying to say. We are so slow that while we might be able to live quite a few spells, I'm not sure if we're going to be able to live enough to justify or to actually have a chance of living against a wizard. And that's only a low-geared wizard. A high-geared wizard will just chew through us. But luckily right now in solo, there's so many rogues that not many wizards are actually playing solos, because they're just going to die to the goddamn rogues all the time, right? It's a pretty miserable matchup. You just die to a random load and mine every now and then, and there's not really any counterplay. Especially if they're running Cutthroat. But that's like the nature of metas, right? So right now, Fighter is in a pretty decent spot, because a lot of the, like, classes that kind of do well against Fighter are not doing amazingly. Warlock does pretty well against Fighter. Not many Warlocks right now at all, which is kind of weird, because I think Warlock is actually like a decently strong class. At least in solos. Not so much in trios. Trios just has less utility than some of the other options. Might be awkward trying to hit this guy with the Warhammer, with how the attack pattern is. What if I go for, like... Okay. Did get the mummy, but took quite a bit of damage from the bloody... whatever those insect things are called. Let's kill it with a crossbow. It's going to take a little while. Actually, I can't even see it. I'm going to torch. What did I do with my other torch? I probably left it on the other map. Now, in duos, it feels like you're quite often pushed in this spawn, like really early on. However, so far in solos, I don't feel like I get pressured when I spawn here much at all. And so you can pretty much just come up and kill the skeleton champion for free. There's also a bunch of chests and stuff. However, I'm probably not going to be doing too much looting in this run, just due to how geared we are. We can probably just find players and hopefully get better off here off them. Looks like the skeleton champion didn't actually spawn this time. It's just a skeleton mage. Which, that guy will definitely hurt us, right? He's magic damage user, so we're just going to kill him with a crossbow, if we can ever kill this skeleton. I don't know if... I really should find out whether this, like, red bubble that the skeleton mage casts actually makes them fully invulnerable, or just resistant to damage, or what. I'm not exactly sure. He turned right as I shot. That's kind of annoying. Okay, he just killed himself. I thought there was a cloak on the table then for a second. In fact, I do want to quickly check our action speed. How much dexterity do we have? I feel like we have quite a lot from gear. No, we only have 17 dexterity. Wow, I thought we had quite a bit. Action speed. We're only a 2% bonus. Yeah, that is really, like, not that good. Thought we're at quite a decent amount, but I guess we dropped a bunch of the pieces that had dexterity on, so it makes sense. Now, if you're looking to make quick money, this spawn is really solid on Ruins. As that static extract you can see on the map just to the north opens really early, it feels like, so you can kind of just leave immediately if you want to. Just loot this area and then hop out. Yeah, we definitely don't want that. Not going to be taking any greys that are like the 6 slots, like this ancient scroll, or the 4 slots or anything. Gold per slot on those is just horrible. Right. Let's check this mage if we haven't already. Moldy bread, I don't know if that sells any very well or anything at the moment. I know in some of the previous wipes it definitely did, but not sure at the moment. Forgot to bring a gold coin purse again, kind of annoying. But hey, be alright. Let's loot quickly these two chests that we can... Well, the one that we're doing and the one that we can see. It's a decent heater shield. I guess we can take these just to vendor if we find nothing better. However, ideally, I'd like to find things a bit better than that. Silver coins. You can actually smelt those down into silver ingots. I'm not sure if you can do that right at the start. Or if you need to do some quests. Not entirely sure, but not as bad as they used to be either. So let's go take a look, see if we can find any players. Said we're going to save most of our inventory for player loot, and then immediately our inventory is pretty full. Ideally, I don't want this archer to destroy the door, just so we can close that if we need to kite. I think doors are probably one of the mechanics that is most underutilized by new players. Well, screwed that up, didn't I? Doors are so powerful because they allow you to fight on your terms if you use them well. But you do, of course, need to know the strengths of the class that you're playing against. So you need to know that, like, for a barbarian, you need to wait out their cooldowns. For a smite cleric, you need to wait out their smite ability. For a rogue, you can wait out their stealth if you see them, if you know that they're in a room, or if you see them stealth. Some classes that doesn't work so well, especially against players who realize that you can just do that, you can just run away and kite and wait for your own cooldowns, wait until you have the advantage. It's not always that easy, but... I mean, the prime example happened in this video, right? As soon as that guy popped his second wind, there's no reason to fight. Me fighting just gives him an advantage. I just waited out until his second wind is fully gone, and then he's completely wasted a pretty major cooldown. The strength of the fighter, really, in lower tier gear, is just having a bit more health than your enemy through... Oh, what's that? That's a warlock, huh? Okay, let's go take a look. Okay. So we're going to wait out his blow of corruption. We're just going to run away. You see his sword's red? We're just going to wait until that disappears, and then we're going to fight. Okay. If you want to fight now, let's go. He's a longsword user, so what he's going to do is just try and block over and over. So what I'm going to do is just hit him where he can't block. As you can see, this is a zero magic spell warlock. He's just going to be blow of corruption and phantomize. Perfect. Perfect example of what I was talking about. His blow of corruption is a big chunk of his damage, especially with how much PDR we have. Why fight on his terms? Just wait it out. Especially because it reduces your healing by 70% for like 10 seconds after they hit you with it, which completely makes second wind absolutely terrible. It's really subpar at that point. So let's take a look anyway. We need to do some inventory management here. His gear is not amazing, so it's not like it would have probably been a very difficult fight anyway. Wow, those are actually like really solid loose trousers. Oh wow, a perfect. Okay, we'll take that perfect ancient scroll. Grab some of these greens. Let's use this health pot and then just... There's a player over there that I can hear. Oh no. Okay. Well, this is the bad matchup for us. He's wasted a pretty good amount of spells already. Yeah, this boy is not going to have enough spells to kill us anymore.
Hello, 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 don't kill me, please. I don't want to fight.
He has missed every spell. The only thing is,
Oh my God,
we're so slow. God. Can you die, man? Ah, I just can't hit this guy. Okay. Okay. Now what? Do you have any spells? Nice one. Ah, guys talking trash all game. Not very good. Alright, well, that's the counter matchup. Very rough. You have to try and dodge every spell. Tank what you can. You know, they're going to hit you with some things. I pressed my second wind a bit early there. I thought he was going to be better than he was. Unfortunately for him, he was not. It also depends on their spell selection as well. This guy had pretty poor spell selection. If they have... what's it called now? Lightning Strike, that makes it a lot harder. But, nah, actually, this guy's gear wasn't very good. It's kind of deceptive looking with his... cloak and that. That is a pretty decent cloak, though, that we could use as fighters, so let's go ahead and pick that up. There's someone out there. Really don't want to fight, so what we're going to do is just open up this portal and probably make our way out. This bloody skeleton's waiting there. It's Dark Souls or what? Alright, let's just make our way out. Took 93 damage from that wizard. Always going to be pretty rough there, but as long as they miss a good amount of their spells and have not the best spells for fighting a fighter, and they're not the most geared, it's not that hard, but it is generally one of the counters, the biggest counters to a fighter. Along with spellcasting Warlock. Thank God that Warlock that we fought was not a spellcaster. So anyway, guys, now I've got to go and sort out this gear. This will be a bunch more money, a bunch more AP. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed watching the video up to this point, I'd appreciate any likes massively. If you'd like to see more like this, subscriptions are also appreciated and they'll help you out on that front. That stream will be coming soon. I just need to figure out a few specifics and then we should be good to go.